Alright, y'all, before I start the video, I just want to say hi to my newest subscribers. And hi to a very special person named Mara. She wanted me to say hi to her, so I'm making this video, and I'm saying hi. What's up? What's up? It's another episode from, your boy, the one and only, Mars Talks. Doing a face cam today. You guys didn't show out on that other video I made, the one before this one, but that's alright. I love you anyway. Probably not, but you get what I'm saying. Thank you for watching this video, even if you're only gonna watch this far, then click off. Thank you. I'm just talking again. I'm just talking to the camera. It is March 17th. It's been pretty nice outside. Yeah, blue skies. It's like 60, 70 degrees out, I think. It's a little windy. Well, not really windy, but it's like a nice wind. It's just been nice. Finally getting that vitamin D. You know, a lot of people have vitamin D deficiencies, you know. Makes them sad, makes them depressed. You get that vitamin D and you feel a lot better, you know. If you live in an area where you don't get a lot of sun, buy like vitamin D gummies, you know, and just take them as prescribed or as instruction says on the bottle. It really does help you out. Yeah. Things have been interesting. I've gotten higher in Smash Bros. I've gotten to 8.1 million. That's the highest I've gone. I'm starting to level out in the 7 millions, so I'm right beneath Elite Smash, and I just gotta keep practicing to, get better. Shoot. I don't really have much to talk about, guys. I'm just chilling with you here, just hoping to give you some sort of conversation as you do whatever. I watched a movie yesterday, actually, called Reservoir Dogs. It's by Quentin Tarantino. It was made in like 1989, I believe. Quentin Tarantino's been around for a long time. How old is that dude? Hold on, let me check. Okay. How old is Quentin Tarantino? This dude is 57. He's like as old as my dad. He's 6'1", though. I expected him to be like 5'5", to be honest. When is his earliest movie? First movie. His first movie was, when he was 14. Called Captain Peach Fuzz and the Anchovy Bandit, based on Hal Needham's 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds. But let me tell you guys a story. What's a story I can tell you guys? So, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but which side is it on? Is it on this side? Okay, here it is. So, I have a scar right here, and I've had a scar right here. You guys hear that? That's my sister. She's practicing for her drums and all that. Tia! Tia! Stop! I'm recording a video! Stop! I can hear it! Just stop! Oh my god. I'm so... But yeah, I got this scar when I was about 8 years old. I was at my dad's place of business. He works at Auto LaFontaine in, somewhere Michigan. Dearborn, I think, actually. But, I was just chilling at his base of business. You know, he's the man. He is Mr. LaFontaine's right-hand man. Like, they go way back. He's been working there for a while. But, there used to be this giant, just, like, popcorn wall pillar, just, like, stone pillar in the middle of, like, the showroom. Like, so I'm walking, and there's just this giant pillar, and I'm just doot, and I turn, and I'm not really paying attention to the pillar, so I turn back, and I keep walking, and I slam right into the pillar. And I slammed my head. Which side's it on again? Yeah, this side. I slammed my head so hard that you could literally see my skull. Like, it's gone. Like, there was, like, that piece of flesh is just gone. And I was like, oh, I didn't, like, cry or anything. I was more like tears of pain, but I was like, ooh, you know, I was just, you know, like, oh, like, you know how, like, I don't know. Like, you ever drop something on your foot in the middle of the night, and you're like, ooh, instead of, you know? That was a plate. It's not broken. But, that's what it was like. And my dad would have looked at it, and he was like, ooh. And then we went to the, what's it called? The bathroom. We got it cleaned up. Went to, CVS down the road, got me a Band-Aid. One of those, like, Band-Aids that, like, sutures things together. And, it was like, well, you were a man about it. Now I'm gonna go back to work. And that's exactly what happened. So I have a scar right there, and I'm missing a piece of my eyebrow. My eyebrows aren't very good. I mean, like, I guess my eyebrows aren't bad. I have more eyebrows than anybody in my family, except for my sister, maybe. But, like, do you think these are salvageable? Do you think I could get it done? Do I have nice eyebrows? I don't really know. But, yeah. I haven't been there in a while. I mean, I can go. It's just like, why would I, you know? Ugh. Also, today, walked my dog, came back home, made my sister a burger, because I had to repay her for something she did earlier. And I got done doing that. But then I had, like, a really bad stomach ache, and I don't know why. Because I drink lots of water. I'm very hydrated. I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of fluids. I eat relatively healthy, you know. I occasionally, like, splurge in something unhealthy, but it's not like I'm just, you know, gobbling it down nonstop. So I just get this really bad stomach ache. And I'm like, I don't know if I gotta, like, throw up, or I gotta poop, or fart. I don't know what it is. And, like, I'm just sitting on the toilet for, like, 40 minutes straight. And, like, you know how you're, like, usually, like, hunched over, you know? When you're on the toilet, I just was like, instead of hunching myself over, why don't I just, like, squat my knees? So there was this rack of magazines. Game Informer magazines. Because I used to have a Game Informer subscription. And I slid them under my feet and just squatted over the toilet. Not, like, I wasn't, like, hovering over the toilet. My butt cheeks were, like, against the toilet, you know? But my legs were raised. So it's like, so most people sit on the toilet like this. I was sitting on the toilet like this. You know? Like, this is my torso. These are my legs. You know, most people are like this. I was like this. So I did that, and a lot came out of me. It was really, like, dry, too. I was like, how does this even get it? It was, like, green and dry. I'm like, I need any greens for the past couple of days. I've been drinking a lot of water. Why is it dry? I guess it must have been, like, something I ate or something. I don't know. But, I'm glad it's out of me. So after that, my stomach was still hurting, so I got some ginger tea. I just, I went to the kitchen, went to the pantry, and there was ginger tea in the drawer. But the thing is, my family likes to, like, buy tea, and they're like, don't touch this tea. This tea will make you poop out your intestines, and you'll die. And you'll die again. Don't drink the tea. I'm like, okay. And I just don't drink it, you know? Just don't do it. So I'm looking for tea. And I'm like, which one of these teas is going to make me die, you know? I don't want to die from, like, intestinal failure. Like, I don't want to prolapse and, like, go to the hospital and have to, like, poke my butthole to put it all back in. and I don't want that. So I'm like, hey, Mom, which one of these teas can I drink? Because I need something to soothe my stomach. And she's just like, well, you gotta see which one has caffeine. And I'm like, okay, can you just give me a tea that helps? I'm not planning on going to sleep. He's like, okay, well, look at this tea. You see, it has the caffeine on it. This one says no caffeine, and this one says caffeine. I'm like, can I just get a tea, please? Like, any tea? That would be nice. I was like, okay. It's like, well, what do you want tea for? It's like, I have a stomach ache. It's like, oh, okay, let's get the ginger tea. It's like, okay. It's like, she looks at it, she says, this tea has caffeine in it, a lot of caffeine. I'm just like, can I just have the tea, please? Please. So, what did I have that was yellow today? Oh yeah, I had cereal. I had what's it called? That Captain Crunch. That's what it was. But I drank the tea, and it was pretty good. I got to start drinking tea more often. I feel like that's how people enjoy life, you know. It's the little things that all add up, you know. They're not like a hedonist. They're like what's someone that's not a hedonist? I guess I mean, like, there's no anti-hedonist, I don't think. Like, let me look that up. Let me increase my vocabulary a little bit. Antonym for hedonist. No, I spelled that wrong. Hedonist. What is ascetic? Ascetic. That's the exact. I was like, I feel like ascetic people. Let me spell it for you. ASCETIC. I feel like ascetic people, they get to enjoy life, you know, because it's the little things that count, you know, like when you play a video game and you beat the boss, you know, you're just like, you know, after a really hard time. I'm not sure that's a hedonist thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's just like the little things like that. Like when you play a game of Smash Bros and you win. You feel a little good about yourself. Maybe it was a hard match, maybe it was an easy match. But you had a good time. And you got a little bit better. And you just are enjoying yourself. Or maybe you go play basketball with your buddies and you may be absolute garbage at basketball. Like, I suck at basketball so bad, it's embarrassing. People have been visibly upset when I'm on the team. But, like, you know, just playing with your friends, you know. Like, I remember, actually, when I was watching the movie Reservoir Dogs, before that, I was watching Godzilla with somebody. Her name is Katana. Shout out to her. She might be watching. But we were just watching on Discord. And I really enjoyed that time. Because I don't usually watch movies with friends. I'm pretty lonely, you know. If I could watch more movies with people, like over Discord or maybe in person, I feel like I'd just be a little bit happier. I don't like that, like, I look up and it's just like, it looks like I have a double chin when I talk. Like this right here, I don't have a double chin. Like, do I just, like, angle myself downward? Maybe I should lower the camera. I could do that. I'm probably not going to do that now, though. I'm probably going to experiment with it in the next video. But, yeah. I feel like life isn't over yet, you know? That was very vague and, I don't know, not normal saying, but I guess, like, if it's like, I guess I still got a lot to enjoy, you know? There's a lot of stress, but there's a lot to enjoy, too. I feel like that's what I'm trying to say. What's something to talk about? Alright. Age-old debate. Waffles or pancakes? I can argue both sides. So, let me argue pancakes first. Pancakes. Very simple to make. Flour, water, egg. Maybe a little bit of sugar. But it's simple to make pancakes. Or maybe you use milk instead of water. It's simple to make pancakes though. You just put it on the pan, fry it up, flip to the other side when you see bubbles or whatever. Boom, you got yourself a pancake. Or maybe a little bit early if you like your pancakes a little fluffier. Very easy to modify the recipe. And it's a lot of things you can put in pancakes. You can put chocolate chips in pancakes. You could like mash up banana and mix that into the flour with the pancake. You could put blueberries in pancake. You could put bacon in pancakes. Like, you can put anything in a pancake. If you could feed an orphanage with pancakes. Like you could literally feed an entire orphanage just... Like, pancakes are easy to manage, you know? You have yourself on a timetable with pancakes. My one thing about pancakes is that they're boring and they're not texturally interesting. Like, they're just not very interesting texture-wise. Now, with waffles, it's just inherently more expensive to make waffles, simply because you need a waffle iron to begin with, and you know, you got to use more electricity. I don't know. I mean, like, you can't make waffles with a open fire. You know, you need like actual electricity to heat the griddle or whatever it's called, and they take a lot more time too. I can make like, I don't know, I don't want to like highball here, but like 5 pancakes in the time it makes me to make 1 waffle. And it's a lot easier to mess up waffles too, simply because maybe you didn't oil your griddle, or maybe your pancake is too thick, or maybe it's too thin and just falls apart and it just rips itself in half as soon as you open the griddle. And it's a lot harder to actually, you know, get stuff into the waffles too, like chocolate chips and all that. Because of how the griddle is shaped, you know, it's either going to be a giant chunk of chocolate chip, or it's just going to be waffle, you know? So, I mean, like, there's a third option. Crepes. Crepes are so good. I love waffles. Pancakes are alright. But crepes, like, have you guys ever like mixed... Okay. Make crepes. Just make crepes. Find a recipe for crepes. Make crepes. Don't use syrup. What I want you to do is melt butter. Mix peanut butter into the butter, so it's like a liquidy peanut buttery butter. Add dashes of salt and add dashes of sugar. It is so good. I have never tasted something better. Well, I have. I'm being hyperbolic here. It is really, really good. Like, I'm giving you guys a pro tip. If you want to enjoy life, that's what you do. Go out into your garage, take out your laptop, make sure, you know, your Wi-Fi expands to your garage. You know, let it be morning time. Just as the sun's rising, maybe it's like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. You know, there's dew on the grass. It's a little chilly outside, but you got your jacket and sweatpants. You just stare across the street, maybe at another person's house. You know, maybe you have a TV tray, or maybe you have something out there to sit your laptop on. Watch King of the Hill. Like, it's not hard to like pirate King of the Hill, guys. Like, just look up King of the Hill free online. Like, it's not that hard. Just watch a couple episodes of King of the Hill as you eat your crepes, and the sun starts to rise and the day gets started, if you guys ever have the time. That is just, it's nice. It's really nice. And I've done it. I didn't tear up or anything like with joy, but like, it's like standing at the top of a mountain and just staring out into the horizon. It's like that. It's nice. Or watching the sunrise over the ocean. Something like that, you know? Speaking of which, I've actually watched the sunrise on a mountain in Hawaii. I don't know what island I was on. I think I was in Oahu. I don't know. I know I was on the top of a volcano. And, it was really cold out. We had to drive like 2.5 hours up and down this winding mountain with no guardrail sometimes. To the top of this, it was an observatory and also a conservation point for like birds. It was like this really, this native bird that's kind of going extinct, or I think they're trying to make not extinct. And, you know, they were just doing, you know, their Hawaiian chants. I don't know what it was. I wish I knew what it was called. But they were just like, thank the God for another day. The year of our Lord, 2019. I don't know, July 18th. And we just watched the sunrise. And they did this little chanting. It was really nice. I didn't appreciate it that much, to be honest. I think it was just because I was so cold and there was no Wi-Fi and I was just ready to go. Because it was like in the middle of... It was like I had to get up at like 4 in the morning, get dressed, no breakfast, drive all the way up a mountain, and just watch the sunrise. And I was like, okay, we watch the sunrise. Can we go home, please? My family was like, no, let's go hiking down the mountain. I'm like, no, I'm gonna stay here. You guys can go up and down the mountain. They're like, alright, just give us like 45 minutes. So I took out my phone, look at the time, 45 minutes. They took 2 hours. I sat at a very beautiful place. It was very beautiful. But I sat there for like 2 hours in this very thin air. And my family's taking forever because they went down the mountain and they didn't realize it was going to be a strenuous task. And the air stands, so they're like, every like 5 steps. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then when we go down the mountain, we don't go home. We don't go to the hotel. We go out to eat. And I'm like, ugh, can we just go home? Can we eat at home, please? I'm really tired. And man, it was a mess. I really enjoyed the Hawaii trip, though. It was beautiful. Do you know they have bamboo in Hawaii? They have like a whole bamboo forest. I didn't know that. I don't know if the bamboo's native to Hawaii, though. Let me look up. I have Google. I have the internet right at my fingertips. Is bamboo native to Hawaii? The Hawaiian term for bamboo is ohe, but it is not native to the Hawaiian Islands. Is it invasive then? So bamboo is not invasive, but there's like a whole bamboo forest in Hawaii. I mean, like, yeah. And there was this really beautiful trail, but like, we had to drive like 3 hours to get there across the coast. And it was just winding roads, and there was no Wi-Fi, and I was hungry, and we had to keep going and going and going, and it was beautiful. And we got to see a waterfall, a real legit waterfall. My parents stood under it. I didn't want to get under it. I wasn't dressed, and I didn't want to be wet. But I recorded them. I took pictures of them. They said it was like really refreshing. I don't know what that was. I don't know what it felt like, but I imagine it was. And we just went home. We got Taco Bell on the way back to the hotel. And we laid out, and we were slumped. That's when I actually started reading Kengan Ashura, actually. Kengan Ashura. Well, no, I started watching King and Ashura. I remember I downloaded King and Ashura. It had just come out on Netflix, and I downloaded it on the plane ride, and I watched it on the plane ride there along with Baki, and I think some other movies. And then I did all the same thing on the way back. It was a good trip. Good Hawaii trip. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what's nothing else to talk about? Maybe you guys can give me advice. So, let's say there's a cute girl. She's cute. However, I know nothing about her personality. She knows nothing about me. I don't know if she thinks I'm cute. I have no idea. But, cute girl. And, I want to get to know her. How do you get to know somebody? Like, how do you just say, hey, I think you're cute. I know nothing about you. Can we be friends and maybe date along the line, if that's even a thing that ever happens? Like, you don't just say that, right? You like, what do you do? I guess you just, like, strike up a conversation. If you guys vibe, you vibe, but, like, man, that's tough. Or how do you know somebody likes you? Because I don't know. I mean, like, unless it's incredibly obvious to me, I don't know. Like, what are signs that girls give that they like you? What are signs that guys give? I'm not, like, gay or bisexual or pansexual or anything, but, like, I just kind of just be myself and don't tell them that I like them. I mean, like, I feel like the difference between me being your friend and me liking you is very thin. In terms of how I act. I feel like I'm just the same person. And it's just either I like you or you don't. Or I don't. Maybe if people ask me, you know, maybe if people were blunt, like, hey, I like you, I'd be more interested in them. But, people aren't like that, you know? I'm not like that. I can't blame them. How long has this been? It's been going on a long time. I'm just talking, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, by the way. I'm probably not going to edit it. It's been 27 minutes, 31 seconds. So, this is a long episode. You guys definitely didn't watch all the way to this point. If you did, say bada bing, bada boom in the comments. And, the first person to say bada bing, bada boom will get pinned. And if this blows up and I get 1 million subscribers and people go all the way back to this video, you'll be pinned, and you can take pride in that and get a lot of likes, maybe. But this has been Mars Talks, Jason Salisbury. Hit me up in the comments if you wanna be part of the podcast. Just talking, you know. It's boring when you have nobody to talk to, but at the same time, I get to say whatever I want. It's a trade-off, though. I'll talk to somebody. I hope to. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, one last thing. Shout out to my boy, Eric Osayer. He's a rapper. He makes music. He doesn't just do rap, but he makes music. He's an amateur, to be honest, but, you know, shout out to him. You know, I'm gonna play some of his music. As I'm gonna give him, he's gonna give me a song to play. I'm gonna play it at the end card. And I just want you guys to, you know, hit him up and give him a couple likes. You know, criticize him fairly, and help him grow. You know, everybody starts somewhere, and this is where he's starting. And I want to help him out. So thanks, and shout out to him.
What you doing? Yeah, what you doing? You got it, Jay, huh? You got it, Jay, the studio, it's science. Yeah, I've been in the studio, it's science. Yeah, I've been in the studio, it's science. Yeah, rapping all this shit is rhyming. Yeah, I've been in the yeah, ask me what I'm doing, chillin' in the store, Ask me what I'm doing, chillin' in the store, Ask me what I'm doing, chillin' in the store.
I've been living on a Ryan spell. I've been living on a Ryan spell. X-Men coming through, just vibing, vibing. X-Men coming through, just vibing. X-Men coming through, just vibing. X-Men coming through, just vibing.